I'm going to say hello to Sierra before we even flip over to the screen, because this is how good I've gotten at this point. I can do a fade into the camera now.
I know, right?
I am increasing my skills. I even took the mute off of the microphone because, professional.
We did that.
Yeah.
Well, you did that.
I did that. I just got my haircut today, and it's looking a little dicey at the moment because I've been sweating my yayas off.
A little tired.
I hope everybody is doing really, really well. Greetings, campers, indeed, Mr. Andrew. It is good to see you all. It is Monday. It is 8 o'clock. And if it's Monday, 8 o'clock, it is Mighty Monkeys Nerd World Weekly. And I am your host for the foreseeable future, and I can't see very far. My name is Chris. With me, as always, the vivacious Tanya. And we have some fur in the room. Some fur.
There's a nose right here.
There's a nose right there.
That's what you can see.
There's actually a second dog in the room today. And he's currently taking a nap at the moment. It's my girlfriend Melissa's dog, Shadow. He might make an appearance somewhere along the line tonight if we ask him nicely. But he heard his name. Did you? Oh, no. That look was like, why are you bothering me, Christopher?
It's like,
why are you bothering
me? I was napping. Sarah says, yes.
Yes.
We're not going to say that name out loud.
Right. We're not going to say the word Juno out loud.
No.
She's busy licking herself anyway, so all's good. I hope you guys are well. It is it's like less than 3 weeks away from the 2025 Flower City Comic-Con show number 9.
Friday, it'll be 2 weeks.
On this coming Friday, it'll be 2 weeks away. So
I have some work to do this week.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do. I'm working on volunteer scheduling at this point. If you have not applied for volunteering for the Flower City Comic-Con, what are you waiting for? You want to do it?
Christmas? No, don't wait for Christmas.
I could use some help on the vendor floor. Mm-hmm. Basically sitting with folks when they need to get up, things like that, answering questions, managing traffic, stuff like that. Helping out in the parking lot, driving golf carts if you're old enough and have a good license and good standing. And you're not, like 82 years old, stuff like that. We would love to have you help us. That would be wonderful. Andrew is currently slaving over a hot keyboard and doing research. Sierra I have my cosplays in order. That's fantastic. Yay! I'm going to be cosplaying one last time as a person who actually, it's like my favorite fantasy character, somebody who's financially stable, gets sleep at night, and is properly mentally adjusted. So.
And eats healthy.
What's that?
And eats healthy.
And eats healthy. I'm getting better at that.
I didn't say you weren't, but you're cosplaying somebody that does it consistently.
So basically the better version of myself. It's the more impossible version of myself.
I'm going to be cosplaying as a math teacher this year. Oh, wait.
Yes, you are a math teacher. Which remind us what your degree is in?
English.
Uh-huh. And you've been doing what?
Well, the last 2 years I've actually been teaching English.
Yes, but you've been doing more often than not.
Math over the last previous 16 years.
Nice.
Only because everyone else in our building throws holy water on it.
Yes.
Because it's the devil. They're like, get back. And I like math.
So we have a short array of faces we'd like to introduce you to at this point. A small sampling of the cavalcade of entertainment we'll be bringing to you this year, excuse me. And so let me just shift this over here, and you will see the young and vivacious Amy Acker from Person of Interest, the Gifted Angel, alias several pieces out there. And she is a wonderful actress, a wonderful human being, and you are going to get a chance to meet her on the 13th and 14th of September at the Total Sports Experience in Gates. Sitting near her, I don't know, next door, probably next door, will be this gentleman here, this amazing specimen of human being, D.B. Woodside, also from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yes, I know, I'll never get that right. It doesn't matter how long I try. But also more recently from Lucifer as Amenadiel, Lucifer's brother. Great character actor, great human being. I'm looking forward to you guys getting a chance to meet him as well. You have something to say.
Okay.
Go.
So a couple of weeks ago, I went to the Bills game.
Yes.
When I came home, I had to watch my coworker's dog.
Yes.
So over the next week or so, he's like, can you check in on the dog?
Yes.
Well, then he happened to see our announcement for DB Woodside.
Okay.
He goes, I might have to show up that weekend because
About
we
damn
love
time.
Lucifer. I'm
Right.
like, what? He goes, yeah, we love Lucifer. And I'm like, you're going to come over to the nerd side with me?
Awesome.
Come on. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll she'll be coming over to the nerd side in time.
Yes. Good. Him and his wife.
Him and his wife, well, damn, more the merrier.
Uh-huh.
Also with Amy and DB will be Kayla McKee, voice actress, world builder, and artist. Also with them will be Megan Hollingshead, Guy Gilchrist, who we're going to be talking a little bit about tonight, Jeff Klein, Michael Golden, and Renee Witterstater. Those are but a small handful of the various folks, artists, world builders, creators, and acting talent that we'll be bringing to you in our 9th Flower City Comic-Con, coming at you at the 12th, the 13th, and 14th of September at the Total Sports Experience in Gates off of the 531 Expressway on Elm Grove Road. Can I tell them anything more? No, I can't, because that's everything. You need to show up now at this point. We need to light this candle so we can make this thing happen. This is going to be a fun weekend. Here's the other one. Come here, buddy. Come here. Shadow's a bit of a moose. So forgive me, he's a big boy.
You got to handle. Oh.
And this is Shadow.
Okay, hold on.
He is what we call in the books is a super mutt. He's a little bit of everything. He is actually genetically 100% good boy. He is a big lanky buddy of mine. And then we have little Miss Junebug over here. So
I couldn't believe I was able to pick her up.
I know. Well, she's a very live 50 pounds compared to this 80-pound monster or 70-pound monster.
No slurps.
She's the Miami slurp machine.
Okay.
Anyway, this is Shadow. He's looking forward to meeting all of you. And that was Juno, and that was fun. The fur's gonna fly.
There's like Juno puppies up here.
Oh yeah, I just brushed her out too, but that coat just always provides, man. I'm telling you.
Undercoat, right?
Undercoat, upper coat,
inside out coat,
inside coat, outside coat. I'm telling you, I rake that child out every other day or so, and I get a Pomeranian for my troubles.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Shadow's getting an ear rub now.
Oh, he's like,
that makes him so happy. So. There's Melissa. Yay! Hi, Melissa. This is my I told you your baby's going to be a star, honey. So
yes,
that's his first podcast appearance.
Yes, he's been a good boy.
He has been a very good boy this evening. I'm getting slurped now.
Yeah,
very slow. Very slow.
He's getting the salt off your arms from you being sweating earlier.
Mommy says hi. Yes, she does.
He's like, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, more treats.
Yeah, so we were going to be talking a little bit more about Guy Gilchrist because he was the first person that
he was our first sign, wasn't he?
Yes.
He was the first one we signed for this year.
Yes. So
so tell us a little bit about Mr. Guy, old lady of the information flow.
Okay, hold on. I'm hopping over to our website.
You're supposed to be prepared for this.
I know. I just had to pull it up to the right.
I don't have many of these episodes left in my career, and I really need you to be on point for me.
If I could roll my eyes any louder. Okay.
They would probably fall right out of your head.
Guy Gilchrist, and it's on our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Or not our Facebook. Well, yeah, it's probably on our Facebook page, but it's on our website. Is a Connecticut-born cartoonist, illustrator, writer, and musician.
Mm-hmm.
So hop over to YouTube. I was just starting to hop over to YouTube. He's got Jim Beam Me Up Scotty.
Nice.
So we're gonna have to listen to that afterwards.
That's cute.
He is known as Jim Henson's Cartoonist.
Yes.
He was chosen to create Jim Henson's Muppets newspaper comic strip from 1981 to 1986.
Okay.
He was also instrumental in other Henson projects such as Muppet Babies, Fraggle Rock, and more. I keep getting notifications on my phone. That's why I have to keep scrolling up.
Gotcha.
He has worked for Disney, Warner Brothers, and MGM Studios. He has headed publishing and or licensing for TMNT.
Okay.
Heroes on a Half Shell.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Tom and Jerry.
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, Pink Panther, Minnie Mouse, Ariel, and more.
Okay.
He also, from what I understand, he was working on the Nancy comics.
Oh, okay. Like, does that spin off of the Archie? Billy DeTroy would know that.
I think so. Not to be forgotten are the hundreds of books that his studio has had a creative hand in. He has personally written and illustrated an additional 60 plus children's books, which have been recognized by organizations such as the National Cartoonist Society, International Reading Council of the United Nations, and Publishers Weekly magazine. Kindly look for these on Amazon Kindle and Apple Books. Look for Guy at Comic-Con, such as ours in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And where you can find him spreading Muppet magic and joy.
Two things I'm going to interrupt you real quick.
Okay.
For starters, importantly, Jeff Knapp is here.
Hi, Jeff.
How you doing, Jeff? It's good to see you, buddy. And Sierra's making a comment of everything you listed out and talking about Guy Gilchrist,
Right.
saying that's a lot of my child. That's a lot of all of our childhoods right there.
Well, like his books were from the 80s and the 90s.
Okay.
So there's like a series of a couple books called
My formative teenage years.
Night Lights and Pillow Fights, A Trip to Storyland by Guy Gilchrist.
Well, now.
And I mean, you can see
Oh, that's very sweet.
it's on A-Books and Goodreads, and it was it's a 1990 children's poetry book.
Night Lights and Pillow Fights. So if you get a chance to look that up, that'd be cool.
March 1990.
Nancy is its own newspaper comic strip, no relation. Oh, you know what? I remember Nancy now. Thank you. She was.
She had the
afro kind of thing with the bow.
Yeah.
I remember Nancy now. My God, it's been forever since I thought about that.
There was Tiny Dinos.
Thanks, Andy.
Tiny Dinos, the shapes were in. Muppets on the Town. Monster Dance. There's a lot of Muppet ones. There's ones that are like Tiny Dinos.
I'm just making sure I can point at the comment section. On my screen right now, the comment section is over here. I'm pointing at it right now. It's actually here on my screen, but it's here. I'll never understand this.
Yeah, 1990, he had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the storybook based on the movie.
So this guy has been around for a while. He has been in the business for a long time. He has been producing some wonderful material for children of all ages.
My Name is Mud Pie is another one.
Is that him? Is that really him?
Honey Bear Books.
That's phenomenal.
It
That is so much fun.
part of the Mud Pie series. Let's see what that is. Just Imagine. Selfish. Thanks a Lot. Triceratops. A lot of tiny dinos. So definitely dinos. So in addition to all the art that he has done, let's see if I hop over to the art. Let's see. If you go to GuyGilchrist.com, we can put that in the chat. That's his website. And then there was another one, guyspops.com, that will give you some of his artworks and his autographed Funko Pop. But then there was the music, Jim Beam Me Up, Scotty, High School Hearts, I'm in Love with the Girl on the cover of Victoria's Secret, Swamp Love.
Aren't we all?
All on like Angel and Black. So Merry Christmas, Sluggo. Was Sluggo part of Nancy?
Yes, Sluggo was one of the supporting characters for Nancy.
Okay. So
now that I'm thinking about it, I remember when I think it was like high school age, and I was reading one bit, and it's always stuck with me. There was one particular Nancy strip where Nancy and one of her girlfriends were talking about, goofy boys in the classroom, and then they're just kind of like saying this silly thing, and then one of them says boys will be boys, and as two of them go running by, throwing ball back and forth at each other, and then Sluggo goes flying by on a skateboard. It looks like he's about to crash. He looks panicked. He looks like he's about to fall off the thing, and Nancy's comment was Sluggo will be Sluggo. So he was definitely like not known for his intellectual integrity.
Yeah, his notable work is Nancy from 1995 to 2018. So the last 14 years of it was as the solo writer. He produced the Muppets from 1981 to 1986 with his brother Brad. Well, let's see.
Brad Gilchrist.
I'm assuming so. He's also, did you know that he's also designed logos for minor league baseball teams?
Oh yeah, which ones?
Portland Sea Dogs,
Okay.
New Britain Rock Cats, Norwich Navigators. He also designed the J League football team, Shimizu S Pulse's mascot. Shimizu S Pulse's mascot, Palchen.
All right.
So, and that's on his wiki page.
All available on Wikipedia, which is nothing but the truth. You know that.
Yeah, well,
You can trust us. We're professionals.
depends on the day. Yeah, right.
Ting. Anyway, Sierra's saying, I'm thinking of my great grandmother right now and how she gave me those books, and I'm just crying nostalgia right now. Oh, Sierra, hope those are happy tears, honey.
I think they are, because it's all nostalgia.
Nostalgia. I have to say, I don't know what it was, but about a week or so ago, I had a list of things happening, and I was working on a couple of things, and I was just reminded of my grandfather, who, you know what it was? It was the anniversary of his passing, because this is right here in the mid-August range, and all those memories are popping up on my Facebook feed. The memories, which are so wonderful sometimes to be reminded of stuff like that. But yeah, those memories hit really hard, and I'm not one to mourn for long periods of time, but man, I tell you, there's a lot of people out there who I miss greatly. Rodden Williams, for instance, my grandparents, obviously.
Yeah.
Some friends that I haven't seen in a while.
Do know that he is going to be bringing Kermit and Rolf with him.
He is. Oh, I want pictures.
So in addition to doing drawings and things like that, whatever, he will interact with.
That's phenomenal. Oh, that's going to be so much fun.
Things like that. So yeah,
great.
so there's, and from what I understand, Kermit is actually Jim Henson property.
Oh, really?
Actually,
it's the actual Jim Henson.
I think it is.
Prop. Oh my God.
That would be a question that you have to ask him, but
that would be amazing.
You'll have to make sure that you ask him a lot more questions than what we have. But
man, I carry butterscotch candy in halls. I'm just turning into my grandfather. Yep, Andy, that's confirmed. Can confirm.
Love butterscotch or Lifesavers. She had the books.
They had the gold spine on them in a really old vintage one. I know exactly
the
the
little
books you're
golden
talking.
books.
Yep, I know exactly the books you're talking about.
The little
I used
golden
to have
books.
a handful of those myself.
I know they were very, very thin.
Yep. I know I don't look.
No, you don't look.
I don't
like
look
you're going to be
in 1 week from today or 1 week from tomorrow.
Today, well, yeah.
1 week from tomorrow, I'm turning 55. How the hell did I get there?
I don't know. You're always older than me.
Well, that's true. I'm older than everybody.
And unfortunately, I'm older than Scott. So I'm considered old to Scott.
Well,
only because I'm the same age where I'm.
But here's the thing:
6 months old.
Is at least after this show, I'll no longer be the oldest person on the board, because Dan will.
Oh, yeah.
Dan will be the oldest person on the board after the show's over with. So
it looks like next week. Let me find the Discord page. To find.
So tell me a little bit about how you guys are doing. How was your weekend this weekend? We've had some really wild weather lately.
It's been really nice over the last couple of days.
Andrew C., which work by Guy Gilchrist was most significant in each of your lives? Chris and Tanya, the Muppet comic strips from the early 1980s, that's he's best known for, or his run on Nancy, or one of his others? And speaking more generally, what are your thoughts on how the art form of cartooning and comic strips has transformed over the years, and what role it may or may not continue to play in pop culture?
Yes.
I love Andy. Yes. So much. All right.
Yes.
So I didn't read. I mean, the Sunday Funnies. The regular comic strips in Democrat and Chronicle here in Rochester. I read Nancy a lot. I don't remember the Muppets having a lot of comic strip space in DNC. Not here.
Or the Times Union.
No, well, the Times Union packed up in like the late 80s, early 90s or something like that.
DNC was the morning one, Times Union.
Times Union was afternoon.
Yeah.
I remember that was religious for a long time, but I don't really remember ever reading the Muppet comic strip. But I do remember Nancy, and it was like always one of the ones I went to. It was always traditionally one of the funnier ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are my thoughts about the art form of cartoon strips? I think they still are a potent medium, but the thing is if they are only in print in newspapers, then they are a dying medium. The way to go is to make sure that the art remains can go digital, which I've actually followed for a long time. I followed a lot of digital comic strips like Quick Alt Delete. And oh god, I can't. It's been a while since I followed a few of them because I remember it was when I was in like Office Life. I was really following a lot.
It started in
Dilbert.
Nancy started in 1938.
Yep, Nancy's one of the oldest ones. Beetle Bailey, Nancy.
Oh, I love Beetle Bailey.
Hager the Horrible.
Oh.
Obviously like Dagwood, for instance, or Blondie. Blondie was the name.
Yep.
Blondie was the name of the strip. Dagwood was the main character. But yeah, you can get it all digitally now. But I'm just saying, there was a time where the way you could do it was in the newspaper, and the newspaper is a dying entity.
And then you would get silly putty and go like this and pull.
I did do that.
Pull the comics right off of the paper.
I remember being 9 years old with a big old blob of silly putty in the Sunday Funnies, just smushing it down and pulling all that ink up.
So I don't know if I necessarily knew who drew a lot of the art and things like that because we didn't have the technology of internet to actually have it out there, and it wasn't necessarily like thrown out there at me.
Yeah.
But I would say that the thing that I would say nostalgia wise is Fraggle Rock.
Did they have a comic strip?
Not a comic strip, but the TV show.
The TV series.
He was a part that they're. But
my friend Jennifer, the photographer, she is a big Fraggle Rock fan. Was always talking
down
about
Fraggle Rock, and
I have a foot cover
and that big freaky dog that would
yes.
try to come in and try to eat the Fraggles.
Yes.
But
Berkeley Breath still does stuff with the Bloom County characters. That's awesome to hear because those are some of my favorites. You can see Opus up here in the corner.
Yeah, just barely.
But next to my Paddington and behind the TARDIS there. Opus the penguin, greatest penguin ever lived, just saying. Would always read them in the diner with my grandparents too. Seriously.
I think like the comics that I would read Snoopy or Peanuts.
Yeah.
I would read Family Circus.
Okay.
But it's usually like only like
what's that other one of the family? They had the three kids. Watching them grow up over the years, the adventures and misadventures. Oh my God, I can't think of the name of it right now. It was all from the point of view of the mother. The father was a dentist. It was Michael Patterson, Elizabeth Patterson, and April Patterson were the kids.
Okay, hold on. Michael.
Wow. You guys are just dragging me down memory lane at the moment. That's amazing. I know I'm going to hear it. As soon as you say the...
I'm having a hard time.
This Dead Space brought to you, but For Better or Worse. Thank you, Andrew.
That's the one. Yeah,
that's the one. For Better or for Worse.
The one
that was. I remember just watching that family. And this is where it's going to fit into your question, Andrew. Excuse me. Because For Better or Worse, for instance, was a lot of kind of like slice of life, watching kids growing up, watching families deal with ups and downs, and how they evolved over time. And what was interesting for me, is when they brought that series originally to an end I think it was in the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken. It was really kind of a full circle thing. Michael was losing his grandfather, but he'd gotten married. They were about to have kids. And there was all this stuff going on like a normal family. But Michael and I kind of grew up together. Me and this comic strip character, we kind of grew up together and had similar misadventures over the years. And so it was kind of, that was just so you can see the potency of how it's a form of literature, just like everything else, right? Cartoon comic strips. I mean, some of them was just going for the laugh, like Beetle Bailey and Sarge, and Blondie and all that stuff. But then some of them will tell you stories, and some of them will kind of draw you in. Of course, Doonesbury and Bloom County were just absolutely pointed with their political commentary, and that was always appreciated. So as a medium, the comic strip still ranks very highly, in my opinion, for how valid and how important it will always be.
It started in 1979, for better or for
better or for worse. I kind of remember reading it from the start, and it was just the two kids, Michael and Elizabeth. Elizabeth was still a baby. April was the surprise child.
Born on April 1st during like blizzard or whatever.
Yep, she was a surprise child, so she's much younger than her two siblings. And then you see the evolution of the family. I mean, people were coming and going. Pets, pets died.
Farley,
but
now there's Edgar.
And there was Edgar, their big sheepdog. Grandparents came and went and passed on, and they dealt with it. And then, of course, there was also the misadventures of the kids that brought you the laughs, and mom's exasperation and dad's misadventures. And so there was always something going on that brought the integrity of the family, in the slice of life, but with humor and grace. And now here I am. We were talking about Guy Gilchrist. Now I'm waxing about comic strips.
Well, it kind of goes right into that in regards to
when that ended. It was like having friends move away. Yeah, that's valid. That is a very valid observation. I mean, that's a thing. When Berkeley Breath ended Bloom County the first time, I mourned. I was extremely sad about that. Oh, how am I talking about comic strips and not bringing up Calvin and Hobbes, for God's sake? I mean,
Dennis the Menace,
Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh, poor Dennis's mom.
Oh, I know. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so
Peanuts, yeah, well, the eternal adventures of Snoopy. Everybody wanted a Beagle after reading Peanuts, but also Charles Schulz was just so incredible at bringing you what life should look like, and how everybody should be together. That was a thing.
Far Side. These are
the last panel of Calvin and Hobbes still hits. Yeah, I have a couple of Calvin Hobbes collection books, and that page is well worn in my collection.
The one that I kind of
the magical world, Hobbes, old buddy. Let's go exploring.
That I relate to was the comic strip Cappy.
Yeah, the exasperated middle-aged woman. That really does sum you up, doesn't it?
Well, now, yes, but it's just the trying to put the bathing suit on and whatever, trying to go shopping for. Oh yeah.
But you do it with such grace and aplomb, I must say. I mean, you've dealt with some, adversity in your time, and you've done it with great humor. I mean, you're friends with me, for God's sake.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yes, you were.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Through my head?
I saw it.
Yeah.
Sierra says, I was always on the Mad Magazine side of the comics growing up. We had a giant book of Spy versus Spy in the library, and I would always rent it out. Absolutely. Mad Magazine.
I was not a huge Mad Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Person.
See, here's the thing. It's Mad Magazine got me into more heavy metal. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up, Shadow.
No, so now I'm looking at ones from like the 90s. Boondocks, Dick Tracy.
Oh, yeah, my God.
Dilbert,
All of the good
Doonesbury.
names. Boy, this has become a fun conversation about comic strips, hasn't it? The Far Side.
The Far
How do you
Side.
forget The Far Side?
Dan, we're talking to you, Dan.
He's not watching. He's ignoring me right now.
He hasn't posted any Far Side stuff in a long time.
It has been. We're gonna have to hit him for that.
Yes, because that kind of makes my day sometimes. Now we're getting T-shirts.
Yeah.
Or sunrises. Are old comic strips worth anything?
Depends on the strip. Get Fuzzy was amazing. Yes, it was. Oh my God, I remember that one. After the convention, I'm going to be working with Tony on getting our Discord channel up and running, and I'm going to be doing some playing of 7 Days to Die on streaming from time to time when I feel like it. So that's going to be my contribution to the further health and welfare and entertainment value of FC3. So just putting that out there. That as a buddy of mine used to say, for those of you who like that sort of thing, this is the sort of thing you like.
Oh, did you know that Michael Patterson married his childhood crush, Deanna Sobinsky? I
did. I made sure to read the wedding.
And his father to daughter Meredith and son Robin.
Yep.
Hold on, Elizabeth. She marries Anthony, her high school boyfriend.
Oh, I remember that now. I never liked Anthony. She gave
up her new life teaching Native people in the Canadian hinterlands to move home and marry
That's right. They were Canadians. That's right. Oh my God, I can remember that now. Yeah, that was so. Oh my God, the Patterson family. That was one of my favorite fictional families.
But I did like Family Circus because usually the youngest or whatever was trying to do something, and the rest of them are like,
Yeah, right. So read your comic strips. You can find them online, like Andrew was saying. And also you can also just get a newspaper and peruse it nostalgically like the rest of us old farts. Do we have anything we'd like to add for? I mean, we're going to be talking about some more of our folks. Some more of the folks on VIP Row will be talked about next week. I feel like Kaylee McKee, Megan Hollingshead, or Witherstatter, and Adam Gibb.
Megan Hollingshead. Because it's Renee Witherstatter. The artist. We're doing the voice actors next week.
Do you remember how I couldn't keep names straight last? It was like 2 or 3 years ago. There was two names in particular. It's coming full circle now.
It was Karen Ashley. It was Ashley.
I kept calling her after her character name. I kept calling her Aisha, thinking that was her real name. No, that was her character name. Stop it. Anyway.
Yeah.
One of the things about Peanuts was that controversial is the inclusion of Franklin, yet he was boycotted by several papers. But Charles Schultz put his foot down and said, nope, I'm not drawing this any differently. Franklin is part of the gang. And that's the vibe I always back. That's the vibe I'm always here for. Everybody has a seat at the table. Everybody should be a part of things and part of the family and part of the fun.
And that's why we do what we do.
And this is why they do what they do. So friends and family, Megan Hollingshead, Adam Gibb, and Kaylee McKee. We're going to talk about the triumvirate of voice actors we get to look forward to meeting at FC3. Thank you very much, Andrew.
So send your questions in. Send your questions to us.
And 1 week from tonight, on Labor Day, we will be chatting about that. 1 week after that, we'll be having to talk about some other features of FC3. Some other folks will be coming along. And then 1 week after that, we'll be talking about what the hell did we just experience? Oh my God, it's all over.
And keep looking for the 21-day forecast.
The 21-day forecast is looking so far
decent.
We're not going to say anything because we don't want to jinx it. However, spread the word, people. If it's really hot like it was last year, we are prepared for it. We do actually learn, like Tony Stark, we learn from our mistakes. So all those people are being snide and nasty. You have a great point. You made a valid point. We were not ready for the weather last year, but we're ready for it this year. And we're going to make sure that you are as comfortable as possible when it comes down to the 9th Flower City Comic Con coming at you September 12, 13, and 14 at the Total Sports Experience in Gates here in the lovely year of 2025.
Delete that comment.
Which one?
That very last one.
Oh, I don't know if I can from this particular control panel. Just know that graphic contract, we don't like you. We're going to be banning you. And we're going to be deleting your comment. So have a great day. Moving on. What?
Family friendly.
This is our family, and they're all friendly. And we love them very much. I always have your back, folks. All right, kids. So y'all be good. We're going to say our good nights at this point. Where are my buttons? My buttons are here. Hello, buttons.
I pushed my own lot of them today.
Oh, you really haven't. You have been very delicate on the buttons lately. Treading carefully.
I can ramp it up.
Pony boy. Oh, bring it on.
Stay golden.
Stay golden, pony boy. Have a great week. Have a safe week. And we will talk to you again next week. I gotta go now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.